Sure. All right. You're back again talking about the movie. Tell us who you are, why you're here. Our radio listeners who don't necessarily listen to every single damn word that we pump out over the airwaves, might not remember you. So just take us from square one. Who are you and what brings you here?
Well, I'm going to let Bob take over first because he's new.
Oh,
and
Bob, he looks shocked.
Everybody
He's like
would like
looking
to
at
see
you
Bob.
like the slack jaw. It's like your jaw hit the floor. Rob, don't worry about it. We're not. We don't bite. I mean, Steph Churrasco might bite a little bit.
Occasionally.
Yeah, but not on the first take.
Only with good reason.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Only when prompted
They're
or backed into a corner.
Good reason.
Right. Exactly. So yeah, tell us about the project.
Well, we were both in this film, Love's Last Dance, directed by Loretta Smith, who's brilliant. And it's a film about a woman whose father is suffering from Alzheimer's.
Oh, really?
And I die of cancer.
Oh,
So I
no,
got the two big
Mr.
ones.
Hollywood.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
So I mean, is that the whole movie? Did you give it away?
We don't have to see it now.
Yeah,
Check plus.
really. All right, well, that's...
All right. I was lead.
Sure.
And it was just one of those things that, and I have to give all the credit to Loretta because I'm a happy-go-lucky guy. I can see the positive in everything.
Yeah.
And on my death,
Even an appearance on this show?
even in an appearance on his show, let me tell you.
Oh!
Hey.
But somehow she got me to stop smiling on my death scene.
Oh.
I mean, it was just, you know.
She knew the
what
right button to push?
Well, yeah, she had the right, whatever it was, and.
What did she say to you to get you to stop smiling?
Dan, stop smiling.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Way to take a
I never
note,
would
sir.
have tried. Never would have thought of that. Never occurred to me.
Flabby, stop smiling.
But it's so hard. Yeah, it's hard for me to stay into a character that is that depressing.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow she was able to do it for the whole day.
Comes naturally to me. I mean,
Yeah, well,
right when I wake up in the morning, I'm like, bingo, right
And
there.
just in
Method.
case-
I'm totally method.
Just in
Yeah.
case I know I was totally unprepared
Really?
last time you asked me if I had the trailer, I didn't. This time I've got it.
You got the trailer.
So I don't know if you want to.
How do you do it?
reckon,
How do you do it? Keegan Buckingham is our resident
Send her
tech.
over. Toss that
All right.
phone across the
We
room,
get the
please.
phone over here. Oh,
It's about a
Turn it
minute.
into the corner.
phone. All right, so while he's doing that, let me ask you some questions about the project itself.
Yeah.
It's basically it's about Alzheimer's disease.
Well,
cancer.
it's both, but it's not so much the disease itself or my death in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's the effect it has on everybody surrounding
Oh,
the person.
right on.
My daughter, Angela, not her real name, or that's her real
Right,
name.
yeah.
She's just devastated, and she has to take care of me. And unfortunately, Alzheimer's, ALS, and a number of other diseases is a 24-hour, 7-day, for, in some cases with Alzheimer's or other forms of dementia, you might have to deal with it for 10 or 15 years.
Yeah.
But there's no problem there because Medicaid picks up all the expenses for 24-hour nursing care, right?
Totally, yeah. That's how that works, right?
So you're all. I mean, yeah. What's to complain about?
Well, that's just
just
it.
kidding.
Yeah. I know. Well, I think we had the statistics last time I was here
Yeah,
that
yeah.
there are something like, I forgot, 800 billion hours or whatever it is of health care that families have to take care of. I mean, it's just an ungodly amount of time.
It's a huge burden.
Oh, absolutely. And the cost itself, medications and everything else is just, phenomenally expensive.
Yeah, it's the type of thing that you just wonder how the heck people can do it and still carry out with their lives. Because the rest of the world is not going to just sit around and wait for you to
Right.
become a caregiver.
Oh, absolutely. And what I find interesting, and this is kind of the politics of it, we can spend, $700 billion a year blowing people up in other sides of the world, but we can't spend an extra couple $1 billion to treat some of these diseases or find cures.
That would be healing people and not blowing them up.
I know, and that's the problem. And
You have to look at the people. Do we want these people?
Well, no, it's not only that, though. I mean, that is part of it, but it's also the fact that what are you going to do when you get a bunch of empowered and able-bodied people? What are you going to do with them?
Yeah,
Well, you don't
yeah,
want
yeah.
a bunch of people like that crawling around like little
Yeah, where's the fun in that?
insects, vermin.
no,
Because then, first of all, and I see it. I mean, I can see it. I can relate because, ultimately you're doing them a solid. Because if you had them running around like a bunch of power people, you'd have to come up with a whole heck of a lot more wars and famine and pestilence and stuff to keep them down. So you'd have to. I mean, it's a balancing act. You can't have too many empowered people in the
No.
world, or they'll threaten the status quo. So
but it would be nice if we could direct a lot more energy to helping people instead of not helping them. But that's kind of off of the topic. I shouldn't have gotten into the politics. I'd rather talk about the project. But
right.
All right, you want to set up this trailer, or are we ready to go?
the trailer basically is just I did a voiceover, and you can see the scenes. Obviously, the radio audience will have to put it in their imagination what's going on.
It's the theater of the mind. Here we go.
narrate it?
Love's
Well,
Last
okay.
Dance movie trailer.
Theater of the mind with our listeners, we're in really serious trouble.
is Andrew Clayton, and this is the love of my life, Rosemary. I never imagined that just a year after celebrating our 40th wedding anniversary, that I would lose her to a short battle with cancer. It's been 5 long years, and lately my life seems to be fading right before my very eyes. My daughter Lisa, she takes very good care of me. I just don't know how I would have survived without her. But I know she's tired. I can see it in her eyes. And I realize that in order for her to live her life
Oh,
the
yeah.
way she deserves,
Good call.
I must
The bikes
die.
are off.
Right.
Oh,
That's too bad.
I'm not afraid.
All right, back in
Actually,
3,
I'm-
2, 1.
All right, Steph had a comment about
This sounds like a piece of media that AARP might be all over.
right. Yeah, I mean, you guys should be pitching them because they're producing.
have a
movies.
new
We found out
produce?
earlier in today's show that they're producing movies now. AARP.
Well, I'll have Loretta check into that.
Yeah.
Currently, the film is finished,
Mm-hmm.
and she's in the process of
Putting it into festivals.
Yeah.
Oh, there
Where
you go.
can we see that trailer online if we want to see the pictures?
I can get you the link if you want.
Awesome.
I've got it. I just
Our listeners,
I have it memorized.
can they call you on your home phone line if they want to get you to send them the link too?
no, but if they want to go to Facebook and look
Oh.
up, Dan Karras, Kairis, they
Uh-huh.
will find me if they're
AKA Mr. Hollywood.
Mr. Hollywood. Yes.
That's right.
If they see the picture of the guy standing there with a ball cap, and I can't remember whether I'm holding a bat or a glove. I think I'm holding a bat. That's me.
Nice. I got some movie-oriented questions that I came up with for today's show because we had so many movie guests. I haven't been able to bust them out. You guys down?
Oh,
for
by
some
the
fun?
way, thank you for Loretta wants to send her thanks
Oh yeah.
for you giving us
I
the
think
opportunity.
a
And
nice gift basket, I think, would be appropriate. Keegan,
Yeah, I'd take that.
ramen noodles, like a
Nice
24
collection
pack
of
of ramen
summer
noodles.
sausages would be nice, yeah.
Yeah. All right, so we have some party gifts for you guys somewhere in these mess of a disturbing stuff. I don't know what the hell I've got here. Oh, for Rob, I've got this wonderful prize. It's sure to provide you with hours upon hours of fun and excitement. Please enjoy this wonderful collection of InSync photo cards. Favorite members of InSync, including my own personal favorite. I think the most doable member of InSync, for me personally, JC Chazette.
I'm gonna have.
Oh, the next guests are like are down. Oh, you
I
were?
like Lance Bass. I was.
You had no idea.
I had no idea.
Okay, so you and me, Dan, we gotta start our own boy band.
That's
what we're
right,
gonna do
yeah.
next.
Yeah.
Totes.
As long as I don't
man
have to
band.
sing.
I mean,
Okay, I'll do
we
all the
decided
singing.
to start a man band.
Mr. Hollywood's down.
Steph, what say you? Who's your favorite NSYNC?
Please enjoy this wonderful
Fatone,
build your own birdhouse.
funny.
Hey, all right, I'll take that one.
You seem like you're
We got all kinds of birds at the house.
What's the website? Anybody website? Rob, you got your own personal website? A Tinder page or something that you want to promote?
Tinder page?
I don't have a Tinder page, but you can find my IMDb.
Swipe. What's the good one? What's the good swipe direction?
None of them.
Bumble.
No, is it good to swipe left or swipe right?
I have no earthly idea.
Swipe
anymore.
right means you agree, and then you want to get a mutual match.
Oh, I'd swipe right on you, Rob.
Aw.
I appreciated it. But you can find my IMDb under just Robert Manzano, and I have actually a YouTube channel called The Bobby Experience, spelled Bob-E.
Oh, yeah, what's on
Experience.
there?
I talk about a few topics. I talk about mixed martial arts.
Oh, hey, right
and,
on.
talk about restaurants I go to.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, check it out.
Are you do jujitsu or something?
I'd like to get back into training. Like a couple years ago, I re-injured my back, like taking somebody down when I worked at a mental health facility.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
geez.
but my back's a lot better now. I'd like to get back into training sometime.
Right on, because looks might be deceiving. I might look like a fat slob, but the fact of the matter is, I get you on the ground and it's over.
You tap me out. All right.
No, I'm kidding. Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. No, I'm kidding. I'm totalist.
Well, if anybody wants to look up the Love's Last Dance, they can go to imdb.com,
Right on.
which is a listing. And this is a fascinating website for anybody who's into movie trivia or TV or whatever. They have just about everything that's ever been broadcast on imdb.com. And they just type in a search for Love's Last Dance under titles, and it'll come
And there
up.
it is.
Boom.
Beautiful
Get the
thing.
full
All right.
cast.
Love
trivia.
Last Dance.
Yeah, everything.
All right.
Guys, it's a real pleasure to have you on the show. When this thing actually does come out, feel
We
free
will
to
keep you informed.
let me know, man.
I do have one more of these. If anybody, if you guys want to fight over
Oh,
a signed
Kim,
I need no
Kim
further.
Cooks,
Yeah.
Steph Charaska. We could have a.
All right, we'll
could
sign.
have with
Have a
a.
dance
Shake
off.
hands.
We could have a kiddie pool full
How
of
about just flipping a coin?
Astroglide
It's
in
much
here
more.
and put Jello. Put in.
Oh man, shock jocks everywhere just rolled over their graves.
I'm sorry. All right. So anyway, guys, it's a pleasure having you.
I
on.
certainly appreciate it again.
Down.
Thanks for having us.
All right.
A real pleasure. All right, ladies and gentlemen,
Hollywood.
Mr. Hollywood Rob.